Hello, this is Rana with Lylo Crafts, and I am coming on today with episode 3 of the hashtag Altered Book Christmas 2023. And so this is an open collab where you can join in and alter any book that you want for Christmas. It is hosted by the amazing Dale of Not Too Shabby Chic and me. And this week we are going to share the next 6 decorated pages. And now I want to say that I have really made my book thick because Dale doesn't know this yet, but I made this book for her. And Dale loves gigantic alligator mouth, and so I just want you to know that this has a lot of heft that I probably would not put into a regular book, so it's kind of like a Christmas scrapbook, you could say. Okay, and so here on the left side I have Santa, and Dale's dad used to be Santa Claus. So she has a special affinity for Santa, which is why I included Santa. So you can see over here, I've got Christmas paper. It says North Pole or Bust. And look at that adorable Santa. I just fussy cut him out. So there's so many great page ideas in here. This is a paper ruffle. And so I just took a scrap from this other side of this page and I just zipped that on my sewing machine and I fussy cut out this Santa from a piece of paper. I used these cut aparts and then I inked around them with blue this time to go ahead and tie in. And then I used a large angle on the corners. And on this side, I made a giant tag and I've got Santa's clothes on the clothesline. Believe in Santa. And these are all stickers that I had from the collection. And this is an Echo Park collection. I can't remember which one, but I also added Nouveau drops to this. So I made his shorts polka dot and I made all of the fur pieces raised. Now I do think those tiny little details that you add really make it special. So I tried to put something special on each page, and you can see over here I also used snowball stitching. That was my first time, so fun. And I used a brad to attach this tag. Okay, then on this side I got this beautiful paper from Dale, and what I did was I layered this up. And so I've got a sweet little ornament over here, a beautiful glitter frame. I've stitched around this. I double matted this. This is an envelope that I got from a thrift store. And then on the inside, I've got this sweet little snowman tag. Love that. And I showed how to make those with scraps. I just used red this time stitching to bring out the red and the Christmas trees. And I just loved this sentiment, be filled with joy. And so over here for the journaling cards, I learned how to use gesso and paste from Dale. And so look, I made like the snow was falling on these trees. And then also I included just this index card over here so that she could go ahead and write or journal or put pictures. I have really fun tassel trim, again, from a thrift store. And then on this side of the page, I used gesso, so anything can be done there. And look at this gorgeous lace on top, all embroidered, and I attached it with this beautiful gold trim. And then on this side, I've got a present, and it says, "Thanks be to God for his incredible gift," from 2 Corinthians. And then you open this gift up. I've got scrapbook paper all stitched with gold. I used the coordinating envelope. I just cut it down so it could be a top tuck on this side. And then I added that coordinating trim to the other side to tie it together. So I love the way that that turned out. Then I've got this beautiful tree over here from a book that I got from a thrift store on Christmas, doing Christmas with your kids. Look at this very mini pom-pom trim. And I had to use that because my sewing machine actually made a hole in my paper. So it was too thin. So I had to go ahead and cover that up because I didn't want to lose the tree. And I have a hidden pocket behind here. I've got an envelope over there. So I've got a sweet little journaling card over here. And you can see that I used a junk mail envelope to put that in. And I love the tinsel just as a little grab. It adds a little sparkle. Then on this side of the page, I have a flip. So I've got these sweet presents over here. So we have a tree with presents under the tree. And then look, this is Dale's dad. Can you believe it? That is her dad. And so he's saying, shh. Don't let people know that I came. And she gave me this beautiful card where you can write in, it's kind of like Mad Libs, a story about Santa. So I wanted to layer those in here. And of course, we want to leave hot cocoa and cookies for Santa on these pages. And then I've included this really fun green trim. Oh, I'm in love with this trim. Also, got it from a thrift store. And then look at this. This is a digital that Dale had, and I was able to fussy cut him out, and I mounted him on a manila folder. And then I've got this crinkle as well as some vintage gold velvet ribbon back here, and then some of my coffee dyed paper that I added a little gingerbread house to, and I put a little stickles on that. And I stitched this craft cardstock with red on the top and black on the bottom. And then on this side, I've used gold to ink up this red paper. And I made a flip. I really wanted to bring that green over onto the other side. And so I made a little pocket. This is a vintage little box that I used. I made a double bow. And then because this was so white, this ephemera, I went ahead and inked it all up to try and tie it in with a more vintage look. And then when you open it up, I've got a little pocket on the inside, and I made this ticket with a vintage ornament that we cut out of paper. And then I added this vine trim, and these are just scraps, right? So a little scrap of that green, and I just love the way that that ticket all turned out. And it says, A Merry Little Christmas, December 25th, and I've got polka dots around that. So I just love the way my next 6 pages turned out, and I can't wait to share with you next week. On Wednesday, Dale and I will be sharing our next 6 pages in our book. So come back and join us again, and we hope you can jump into this collab anytime. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.